Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Beyond the Cinema.
Hi, I'm Ethan.
I'm Spencer.
And I'm Tyler. We're here talking about it can only be described in one word. We are here to talk about an excellent movie.
Oh yeah!
We're gonna be talking about
Applaud him.
Bill and Ted 3 Face the Music. We saw this immediately after the monstrosity that was known as the New Mutants, and oh my heavens, it was
glad we did.
So worth it. I was so pleased with this movie.
Yeah, this movie was most excellent.
So there's a character in this movie that, alongside the main cast, of course, has already burrowed his way into a special place in my heart. And his name is Dennis Caleb McCoy.
So, for those of you who've seen the trailer, this is the spooky-looking white
Killer
robot.
What we don't learn in the trailers is that the robot has, anxiety and is constantly on the verge of a mental breakdown. There is a scene where all of Bill and Ted's family lifts up the garage door and find the robot waiting for them inside, and he immediately assumes it's Bill and Ted and lasers them and kills them, and he sits there and tenses, and then he goes on to have a nervous breakdown and tries to kill himself, and it's all just to once again quote the very own movie, it's all just excellent. I thought the character was so funny and such a highlight of the movie.
I want to talk about a particular joke that I consider to be my favorite joke of this entire movie. It happens at a point where Bill and Ted have run into the poser themselves in the future, and so Bill and Ted are trying to run away from their future selves. It's hard because their future selves already know where past Bill and Ted's have been and where they're going to go. Bill turns to Ted and says, "Dude, we gotta do the thing." And what this thing is Bill and Ted put buckets over their heads so they cannot see or remember where they were going. The comedic timing was amazing, and I didn't see it coming at all. I didn't think that was their plan, but that was definitely their plan. I absolutely loved it.
I really like getting down to it, because we could spend a lot of time talking about the funniest jokes and stuff like that, but that's why you need to see the movie. I just think that really, these two characters have aged phenomenally. I genuinely believe with all my heart that Bill and Ted are way funnier as characters and way more interesting, and the dynamic is just so much better as old
middle-aged men.
Them being old and still being the exact same as they were. This movie captures the spirit so well, but still being
old,
new, and they're Keanu Reeves, especially, I just feel that dude commits. From going to recent years where the only thing he's done is John Wick and Cyberpunk, that he is meant to be this just super hard action star.
Yeah, totally
badass, go back to Ted and just kill it. I think this might be the best Bill and Ted movie. I think it is.
The cuts in this movie, the editing is just incredible. That the editing in itself is an aspect of the comedy in this movie, which is something you don't really see outside of meme culture.
I'm pretty sure that they just rolled into our dank memes under Reddit, and they're looking around, scrolling around for their editors for Bill and Ted, and that's the right thing to do because
it works so well.
It's freaking funny, and it invites a new generation of fans.
It is just genuinely a hilarious movie. The movie opens up and you're immediately laughing, and you're laughing until the literal last cut of the movie because it's so abrupt and ridiculous.
I want to talk about the performances of the two actresses who were the daughters of Bill and Ted. Oh my goodness. They did such a fantastic job, in my opinion, of capturing the characters of their fathers in the movie, Bill and Ted. I felt
being follow-ups to
being follow-ups to them. I felt like they performed that so well, and I was entertained as much by Bill and Ted as I was by them.
Can we just talk about how insanely similar Samara Weaving looks to Margot Robbie?
Who's that actress?
It's Margot Robbie!
It's Samara Weaving.
Fuck!
It's such a random thought, but if I hadn't have seen something with Samara Weaving before, I definitely would have thought it was just thinner Margot Robbie, thinner face. Oh, did she get some work done? That's Margot Robbie. But yeah, those two are just they are the spawn of Bill and Ted.
Yeah, they are the seed.
And there's this bit where Samara Weaving's character they're like just staring outside of the time machine, and she's got like this like absent look on her face while holding a bag of
and
Cheetos,
this little
just
double
like,
chin going, yeah.
it's so good.
One of the running jokes in this movie is the timeline that they're on, the time crunch. I am 99.999% sure that the stopwatch they have, that is the actual runtime of this movie, and that is why it ends so abruptly.
I think probably the first movie
To
in
accurately
movie
get its
history
countdown
to
right?
accurately get a countdown right instead of Transformers Age of Extinction, where it's like you've got 10 seconds, 8 seconds later, 8 7 like, I do have one gripe with this whole movie, and it's not necessarily a gripe with the movie itself. Dang, Keanu Reeves looks so old, clean shaven. Because I don't know about you guys, like John Wick Chapter 3 was like a year ago. It's like
2 years ago.
2 years ago. In John Wick Chapter 3, he's moving quick, he's doing all these stunts, he's crushing all these guys, he looks really good. Like, Keanu Reeves is my man crush, like, what a hunk. That dude without a beard, he looks ancient, man. He looks so old.
He looks like an
suddenly.
old skinned potato.
I believed him when he's like, I'm tired, dude. I'm like, you look it, man. Like,
Sit down, bro.
Bill and Ted is not like a cinematic masterpiece that is gonna like revolutionize cinema. But for it to be a return, like a sequel to like a classic beloved franchise, I think it did what Jurassic World did, where it is new and innovative, but so true to the spirit of the original. And so Bill and Ted 3 it's just great. It's just good. Like, there really isn't a flaw in it. It really is just a solid, good, it's great. I love this movie.
I guess I'll see it, obviously.
Yes, see this excellent movie.
Yes. Excellent. See the movie. See it. That's 3 see it, so you have to see it now. No backseats.
So thank you for going with us beyond the cinema. Rip out the cord to the projector for the New Mutants on your way out. Save those people the worst experience of their lives.